Bortle here, and today we have Michael Campos, who just won Limitless Games with what?
Bird deck.
Alright, show us your list.
Alright, so we won this cool thing right here, and as you know, this set just came out, and it had all the Lyriluscs in there. We had all the good reprints. We got brown, green, blue, then we got the new ones. We got 3 gray, 3 yellow. So the gray lets you search for a spell trap whenever it's special summoned, and it also lets you attach it as an Xyz material to your Lyrilusc cards once per turn while it's in the graveyard. This one lets you equip or special summon a Lyrilusc from the graveyard by targeting it while it's in the hand. Specials both, and then yeah, it's a really good starter. It's a really good extender. It's like all around good card. It has an effect where your opponent can't take control of it if it's made for a Lyrilusc thing. And it comes up sometimes with tactics, but yeah, overall it's pretty standard on this stuff. Just 3 of everything, because we literally made this deck minutes before the tournament started, so yeah. And these have the Xyz effects. This one lets you attach one from the graveyard, and this one lets you make your thing untargetable, which is pretty relevant for Imperm and Valor and stuff like that. So yeah, going into the hand traps, we played so many, because like the engine is just live. You don't need like anything to make things happen. So 3 DD Crow, searchable, hand trap. Effect Valor, also technically searchable, and 3 Ash, and of course 3 Imperm, only trap card in the deck.
So talk a little more on the level 1 hand traps. I saw that they were pretty decent going first as well.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, there was quite a few times in this tournament where I had to normal summon one of these 2 in order to use Where Art Thou in my deck, or you just had to summon it in order to combo in general. DD Crow is better for that, but Valor works sometimes, and yeah, it's nice to be able to play with these things in addition to actually using them as hand traps and stuff. So yeah, I can't really complain. Going into the spells and traps, we play 2 Where Art Thou. I only have 2 copies on me at the moment, so yeah, I would play 3 because this card does everything, searches every card in the deck. 1 upstart. We were just trying to fill out the slots in the deck, and before I knew it, I was playing 42 cards, so this is an easy cut. 3 triple tech. My theory for the deck was just blind go second against everyone, but as I was playing the deck, I kind of realized that like the first turn plays pretty broken. So I don't know if I would keep this in here at 3, but it was definitely good for today. Same with like Desires. Desires is really good. Like playing 3 of everything, you just never banish anything, so it's always good. It's even a starter card if you're Jesse. But yeah. And then 3 cards that everyone hates, Mystic Mine. Like I said, I was thinking about just going second and then dropping this, making a Zeus, and just sitting on that until your opponent's end phase is game. So that's pretty cool. And then 3 of the new card, 3 Bird Call. So this thing lets you take a Lyrilusc card or monster from your deck, and you either add it or send it to the graveyard, and then you special summon a Lyrilusc from your hand that's different name from the first one. So this card's really good. It's a starter, it's an extender, it's a bit of everything. You can only activate 1 per turn, so if it ever gets negated, you get to activate another one, and it's searchable, so it's pretty good. Unfortunately, all the other Lyrilusc cards are pretty terrible, so could not play them, but I wish I could. So,
40 in the main?
42. Going into the extra, played 2 of the new one. So for those of you that don't know what it does, not once per turn, you can detach a material from it to target a special summon monster that your opponent special summons. If they pendulum summon or something, you can only target 1 of them, but you just bounce it. So this card's always bouncing like everything. This card is crazy, crazy, crazy. Especially with all the other things, and it gets huge. So it gains 500 for every material, and it also floats whenever it goes to the graveyard. So like ending on this on the first turn is like really, really nice. It's usually your go-to, but like there's other like lines of play. So we also play this one. This one also has a 500 boost effect that this one has. Detach material, target a spell trap, your opponent controls, shuffle it back into the deck, which is pretty nice. I like that. And then the last effect, if your monster battles, you can detach however many Xyz materials from this as you want, and that monster gains 300 for each material you detach till the end of the turn. So that, with this thing, gets some ridiculous damage going in, especially with like all the stuff they can do now. They just fill up the board.
That's the card they play in Drytron.
Heck yeah. For those of you that didn't know, next card's pretty good. So yeah, after that, 3 Versatile, this thing searches DD Crow, and that's pretty much all it does.
Yeah.
But
The Spiral card.
Yeah. Using these, you just keep going into them and then go into this, add an extra negate. So your usual end board is like this plus one of these.
Yeah, that card helps you play around Nib.
Yeah. Even though it takes like 5 summons, but same difference. And then yeah, the last card, the best card in the extra deck probably, Zeus. We're playing nothing but extra deck cards, or Xyz cards in here, so might as well. And yeah, going into the side deck.
Random mumble jumbo you just threw around?
Pretty much. I don't even think this is 15 cards, but let's show them off anyway. 2 good Arla, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Twin Twister, 1 Red Reboot, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Lancia, and 3 D-Bird. So, yeah.
Good old local side deck.
Yeah, local side deck, pretty much, yeah.
Bortle here, but not there. Before we start the combo portion of this video, let me go ahead and announce the 3 winners for the massive giveaway. Remember guys, hit me up within 3 days, that's 72 hours, so you can claim your prizes via social media. You know, hopefully you follow the rules and all that stuff. So, 3rd place is going to Izzy Jimenez. Alright, congratulations, man. 2nd place is going to Shaman. Alrighty. And then last but not least, 1st place, Melvin Nimps. I probably butcher all your names, guys. Anyway, it's going to be up here on the screen somewhere, so make sure to hit me up. Congrats, and don't miss the next free giveaway, Bortle Nation. Alright guys, continue on with this bird deck combo.
So before we end off the deck profile, we're going to show off a little combo tutorial because the cards are so new. So this one is just 2 cards. And there's a lot of variations, of course, but we're not going to go into all of them. We're just going to go into one of the most bread and butter ones. So you start with this thing. Special summon itself. That lets you special summon a level 1 from your hand or graveyard. So you'll special this one because it's in your hand for this 2 card combo. Use its effect, search for this. And you overlay to your first Rustle Styling. Use its effect, search for this. And then special summon this using its effect, also special summoning this. Trigger this effect to add this card to your hand. And then make your 2nd Starling. Use the same thing. Search for a DD Crow. Activate this. Add this. And then turn this into this. Into this. And then use this as your last thing. Special summoning the Sapphire because you want the equip effect from the graveyard. You will overlay into this. Use the equip effect, equipping this, and then use the graveyard effect of Wagtail to equip to this. So you end on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interruptions. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, it's a good showing for the first week for this deck. You have any shout outs?
Definitely shout out to Jesse for being behind the camera. Shout out to Team No Top, they're pretty cool. Shout out to Opposition Games, they're also pretty cool. Shout out to Jacob Wood, he's right here. If you want to show him off. And then shout out to Limitless, I guess. And yeah.
All right, thank you for the profile. We hope to see more of you in the future.
Heck yeah.